Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love, the kindness, the comments, the likes, and the subscription. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for always coming through for me whenever I upload a video. If you have not subscribed yet, kindly do so. I will truly appreciate it. Today on the menu, which is for dinner, I'm going to be making chicken with roasted and butternut, the roasted potatoes and roasted butternut, and I'll make rice and cabbage. I want to keep it simple, but I wanted to make something that will not require me to stand in front of the stove for long. Actually, I cooked this in less than an hour. I had 15 minutes for preps, and then I cooked everything in an hour. So it's one of those meals that you can make when you don't have time, and it will still be delicious. This is not the first time we make these quarter legs, but for anyone who's new here, I don't complicate it. It's just chicken, yellow salt. You can use normal salt if you don't like yellow salt. And I add onion and garlic powder. And I also add olive oil and a bit of light soy sauce, because the dark soy sauce might tend it to be too dark. And I cook it with a cast iron, pan fried to be exact, with a cast iron on low heat. Obviously, I heat my pan with 4 on 4. I adjust my stove to 4, and then I make sure that the skin is crisp and nice. And when I flip it over, then I put it on 3, and I continue flipping it over as I cook it, making sure that it does not get burnt, It's very important, but that's basically how I cook it. And if you do not have time, really, if your oven is not occupied, you can still use the pan, the oil, the cast iron, and put it in an oven. Put it in an oven, cover it with foil, and keep on flipping it. That will also taste good. If you are running out of time and you don't have anything else into the oven, you can use the same pan. It has to be cast iron. You know, cast iron is the only thing that can work both on the stove and in the oven. So once that is done, if what am I saying? If you don't have anything in your oven, you can use the same pan but put it in an oven. Once that was cooking, I continued into fry my cabbage, and then it's cabbage, it's paprika, it's green chili in there. I mix them together, and I'm adding turmeric, celery, should I say celery salt? I don't know, it doesn't have salt, it's celery powder in there. I stir that in. I didn't add a lot of things on it because I did not want to overpower the cabbage. I still wanted it to taste like cabbage. And this is how we cook basmati rice here. We boil it for 7 to 8 minutes, rinse it, drain it, put it back into a pot, and then we reduce our stove to 1 and let it continue steaming up until there's no water at the bottom completely. It will give you fluffy rice, fluffy and fluffy, not overcooked rice. And this that is my cabbage done, and my chicken is also done. It looks absolutely amazing, and that's what we had for dinner on that day. Is the following day here, and the cowpeas are washed, cleaned, cooked, and we are going to lay them on a, what do we call this? Is it zinc? Oh guys, I don't know, what do you call this? Your name? Yeah, that one, whatever we call it. Man, what is it called, Kastwana, or I mean ka English? Because this is lisenge. So that's what I'm going to do now. I will be laying it on there for it to dry, for the sun to dry it. That's how I do it, and then I'll be able to keep it in an airtight container as long as I am not using it. You know what they say? They say you can take a girl out of the village, but you cannot take the village out of the girl. That is me. This is just who I am. Whew. I love this. I love these leaves. They are so nice, especially ka bogobe ba ting. Oh, it is so nice. I love this, and I'm grateful that I do have space where I can be able to plant these. Though I did not plant a lot this year, but the little bit that I can get from there, I appreciate. I appreciate the little bit that I get. So yeah, this is how I do it. As soon as it's dry, I'm going to take it off from here, and then I will be I'll put it in a container, in a bucket or an airtight container. Here I was cooking South African gourmet meal. Do you guys know South African gourmet meal? You can never go wrong with it. You can never go wrong with it. So I'm cooking white pap. We don't eat a lot of white pap in my house, but once in a while I would buy it and then cook it. And I don't like it. It's not healthy, but I don't hate it. I do crave it. I only buy it when I am craving it. Other than that, I don't buy it. It's not something that is included in my grocery, unless if I'm going to make a braai and host other people that don't like mabele. But majority of the time, we eat mabele in my house. Actually, all the time, we eat mabele in my house. Pap is something that we cook once in a while. I don't know how many times in a year, but once in a while. So yeah, so once the pap was going, I decided to start on making the rest of my gourmet meal. In my pan there, I just added olive oil, and then I added green chili and paprika, and I added tin fish. The chili one, I took out the bones, and then I added yellow salt. That's all I added on this. I didn't add anything else because I like the taste of the fish. So paprika, green chili, and tin fish and yellow salt, the best. So I've put too much salt onto onto the fish. That was not intentional, and my intention was not to add the tomatoes. But the way it was so salty, I had no choice but to add the tomatoes. But here's the funny thing. Ask me why I did not take a bowl and grate these tomatoes in a bowl and add onto the pan. What kind of laziness is this? Like, seriously. But when I was doing this, I was so confident in whatever it is that I was doing that I did not even see that I look crazy. Who does this? But anyway, that's how I did it. I grated 2 tomatoes in. It was not intentional. It was not supposed to be part of the meal, because we know you're supposed to fry your onion and a little bit and everything else. If you're not using onion, the green pepper and what, and then you add the tomato, then you add the tin fish at the end. But not being me, and I didn't put onion here because sometimes I feel like the onion is too sweet. It makes the fish taste too sweet. So I do not put the onion, only paprika and the chilies. So with that being done, I proceeded into making another gourmet relish that goes with the pap. Eggs. Yep, eggs. So we are going to be having pap, tin fish, and eggs. That's why I say this is a South African gourmet meal. If you add a little bit of tomato sauce and mayonnaise there on the side, oh, monato more. Monate o more. So that's what we are going to have. And I was actually lazy to cook. So when my husband came back from work, he was like, "What are we eating?" I'm like, the laziest meal ever, but you're going to love it. It's going to be delicious. He did not understand what the hell I was saying. But hey, we ate on this day. This is not a meal that I would say one should cook every day. I would definitely not cook every day because it makes us eat a lot. It's the same as rice with tin fish. You will go for seconds o sa fetse. So this is one of those where when I cook it, we just keep on going for more. So this was so delicious and I enjoyed it, but it's not something to eat every day. No, I'm already big enough. I don't eat to add more. Like I said, we are making meals that one can make under 1 hour. Literally. In my wok there, I just added butter, real butter, and I'm going to fry chicken up until it's nice and tender. When it's like this, I will sprinkle a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper up until it is well combined, well coated, and then just to make sure that I don't cook it bland, if that makes sense. So I'll always sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper. I just removed the cooked chicken from the wok and I added a little bit more of butter, and then I proceeded into adding the mushroom onto there. We'll cook it up until tender, then we will add our onion in there as well. My mushroom, I always sprinkle a little bit of salt. It helps it to release the juices, and it's easier to cook in that way. I was having a little snack, frozen mango. I blended a little bit of mango and froze it in an ice cube, and I put it in my fridge. I did it like I do with the frozen yogurt. Yes. So I blended it and then put it in an ice cube. So it's a nice little quick snack when you are feeling hot and want to chew something that is not heavy or that does not come across as a full meal or a meal. So it's a very nice thing to have handy. I did add my onion there, and as you can see, the mushroom is well cooked and tender. Tastes good. How do I know that it tastes good? But it was well cooked, guys. I'm feeling sleepy. I don't know if you guys can sense it in my voiceover. And I put back the chicken onto the pan, stir that in, make sure that everything is well combined. with the mushroom and the onion. I didn't wait for the onion to be translucent, and I proceeded into eyeballing my flour onto the pan as well. I didn't need a lot. I just needed a thickener because I'm going to use cream. Cream tends to make a runny sauce, and I don't like a runny sauce. I like it thick and creamy. So I'm going to put almost the whole bottle, but leave possibly 100 or 50 mils of the cream in there. We'll use it for something else later. I added yellow salt, I added herbs in there, dry parsley onto the pan. I also did not want to overpower the sauce or this meal with a lot of spices. I just used the basic simple spices, and I try not to add bo turmeric, bo paprika, because I really don't want it to change color. I still want it to retain its natural color or the original color. So I just used simple herbs and yellow salt. As you can see, it's starting to thicken uh, to the consistency that I like, and it tastes good, it tastes amazing. I've cooked my pasta already, and this is how it looks. Make sure that you do not overcook your pasta. I've seen a lot of people making this type of dish and they look absolutely yummy, but their pasta is overcooked. Make sure that you don't overcook it. So this was another meal that you can make under an hour if you're in a hurry, or if you are hungry, or you have limited time. This is one of those delicious meals that you can make without a hassle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.